So, this is our 8th Game of Thrones vlog for season 4, and it is the Mountain and the Viper. And since they put so much stock in the names that they like to give people, you know what this one's gonna be about. The Mountain and the Viper.
And before we get to the end of the episode, which I really want to talk about, because reasons, we're going to talk about other people because they're also important. Right, Chelsea?
Yeah. Let's start with my favorite, Ramsay Snow. I just want him to die. I realized I've started a list like Arya, and I'm like, Ramsay Snow, Roose Bolton, Melisandre, Cersei, just like people I'm just like, okay, their time's gotta come. And so Ramsay Snow is just, he's on the top of my list. I'm not sure why he irks me so much. But like, Theon needed to be taken down.
Yes, but nobody deserves Ramsay Snow. That guy's crazy. So basically in this episode, they're going to take a castle. Ramsay tells Theon, I need you to be Theon Greyjoy, play this role, go in, get them to surrender, and Theon goes in, almost doesn't do it. The people turn on their leader, they open the gates, Ramsay and co. all come in, and they just murder everyone.
You're just like, what ticks? Like, they just, like, surrendered, just, I don't know, keep them captive, push them off a cliff, but just...
And so then we get to a very important scene between Ramsay and Roose Bolton, where because Ramsay is his bastard, he has no claim to Bolton's name, his house, his land, whatever, because Ramsay has impressed him so much, he is now Ramsay Bolton, not Ramsay Snow, which is basically everything that Ramsay wanted, because now he has, like, if he...
landed title.
If he offs his father, which...
I'm sure that's coming.
Yeah, that kid's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Littlefinger being a vamp. Well, no, not actually Littlefinger. It's Sansa. Sansa just like...
Sansa steals the show with her performance. What happens is all the Lords of the Vale are like, so Littlefinger, I'm pretty sure you offed Lysa Arryn. I mean, she didn't just like fall out of that moon door. Like, it wasn't just like a suicide like you said, I'm sure. And they're like, but, you know, you kind of have a witness, so let me call in this serving girl who you say is your niece or whatever. And then walks Sansa and she's like, I'm sorry, my lords. I have to tell the truth. And she's like... I'm sorry, Peter Baelish. I can't keep the secret. And then you look at Littlefinger's face and he's just like, oh my god, I am going through that moon door. I'm just going out and that's it.
And she's just like,
I have to confess, I am Sansa Stark. And they're like, excuse me?
No, you're not. And then she just, like, names them all. Because remember, Sansa in the first season, it's, like, set up. She knows who everyone is because, you know, she's so obsessed with court and royalty and everything. So she can tell you, you're this knight, you won this many tournaments, you're this, like, from this family. And so she just, like, sits there, does that, then tells them about her relationship with Peter and how he did all of this to get her out of King's Landing and he brought her to her only relative, but everybody knows that my aunt was a little bit woohoo. And so she jumped through the moon door and Peter Baelish is just like, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap.
And he's like, oh my god, they're eating this shit up.
And like, you know, the lady comes over, it's like, I'm so sorry, you're safe now. And the lords are just like, oh, Ned Stark deserved better. And Sansa's just sitting there like, yes, yes.
And Littlefinger's like, holy crap, look what I have created, this is great.
And so after that scene, Littlefinger's just like, why the hell are you helping me? What is this?
And she's like, I know what you want. And, you know, everybody's thinking bound to go, wow. But she's like, I can deal with that. I don't know what they want.
And Littlefinger's just like, all right, young, like, Padawan. Let's get this game going.
And then the next time you see her, she's, like, clad in all black. And she's just like, we're going places. So,
Sansa has gone from being this demure lady to probably the most dangerous person in Westeros.
Maybe not.
I have hopes for her. I want her on the throne.
But she's no longer so freaking annoying. Like, do you remember when she was just like, oh, Joffrey, I will marry and have kids and you're like,
Now we have a like legit.
Now she
player.
understands.
She's like, oh man, with all of her knowledge about like
What's
she and
been going
Littlefinger
on.
can like
They can
do stuff.
Because now Littlefinger has somebody who has a claim to something on his side.
Yeah, so
And
it's
interesting. I don't know. Maybe she'll go down the dark road and become like crazy and evil, or. But anyways, the interesting thing is that in the books, Sansa they never reveal who Sansa is. She just kind of tells them a story about how Lysa Arryn goes out the door, and
because in the books they had the musician, and the musician pushed her out.
Yeah,
pushed her out. But they cut that, and I guess this is this works I think better in the fact that it's not like wrap around straight and narrow.
Yeah. This was the point in the books where they give you his plot.
Oh yeah, and it's coming, and it is.
But it doesn't
perfect.
quite make any sense anymore now that it can kind of work, I guess. But it was more clever when nobody knew who Sansa was. Anyways, just food for thought.
Did anything happen on the wall? Basically we're just set up that the group of wildlings are on the other side of the wall, and they're heading towards the Castle Black because they're going to be a distraction on one side, and you get to see Gilly is in the tavern, and Ygritte lets her live.
Because they were slaughtering everyone. And
yeah, that's basically
it.
Setting up for the next episode, and
Tyrion has his great monologue about the boy,
their cousin, I think,
who is very simple.
Yeah,
and
dropped on his head.
Yeah,
crushing
bugs.
Bugs.
Not exact. I haven't figured out exactly what they're getting at with that.
I think it's
about like trying to like figure out how people tick.
I kind of interpreted it as how I like the whole like he's kind of watching himself in a way because he's considered wrong.
Yeah.
And so now he has someone who he can kind of look down upon, and he kind of becomes obsessed with that. If this is how people are looking at, if this is how I'm looking at him, is this how people are looking at with me? Like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah. It was just like, there's so many levels on that speech that you could get into. It was
his relationship with Jaime.
Yeah, his relationship with other people, his relationship to himself, his relationship with this kid. I don't know. Whatever you want to take from it, there's food for thought. But anyways, it wasn't in the books, but it was just one of HBO's more interesting character building additions.
All right. So, yes, we have both read the books. We knew this was coming.
So you're sitting there like, oh, crap.
And so, for the last few vlogs, all we have been talking about, let's be honest, is Oberyn is like the best character ever. Like, just like, look back, it's just like, oh, Oberyn does this and this and this, and oh, we love. Now think about loving a character that much and knowing it's like reliving Ned Stark on a different level. And when I first read the books, as I said earlier, he was kind of a one-note character for me. Like, I wasn't like super attached to him. It was kind of more of a means to an end. But the show managed to like up him to just like
love him.
Wonderful. So he is Tyrion's champion, and he is going up against the mountain, and thus begins one of the most ridiculously tense scenes, because Oberyn's just like, yeah, fuck it, I can do this. Like, oh, this isn't the day I'm gonna die.
I don't need a fucking helmet.
Oh yeah, and like he has like this big like spear thing. He's like, and he is just doing circles around the mountain, just like
in here and woohoo.
And Jaime Lannister's just like, yes, I love this. Okay, we've both discussed this, but who had Princess Bride moments? Who was thinking Princess Bride that entire fight?
Yeah, we both were. We're both like, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father.
And the thing, like, what makes this so painful is he almost did it. Yeah, almost did it. Like,
and then he ends in the most gruesome way possible. Like, that wasn't even necessary. His head is like pounded to a pulp in his eye. Oh my god, it was just, I couldn't even watch. I was like, this is too much.
Like, her scream. The woman, Sand, I always forget her
whatever
name.
Her name
his
consort.
Consort. her just heart-wrenching scream when he dies.
That. I didn't hear that.
Oh my god.
It didn't get me. No.
I was just like, oh, chills thinking about it. It was just like, good acting on her part. And just like, oh, just Cersei's just like shit-eating grin.
I don't know. I felt like the scene wasn't tense enough because in the books, it was like the mountain. People are like, holy crap, the mountain is dead. Like, nobody expected it, and it looked like he was about to win, and then the mountain just like kind of like finds strength from somewhere and then like pulls him down. I found it was very just like the mountain was just kind of like, I'm just gonna play dead here. Oh my god, he poked me with the stick. Like, it was very like anticlimactic for me. I don't know. I was very, very sad to see him go, but it felt like they didn't draw the tension enough.
I was just like, no, I liked you. Why are you leaving me? Like, it's amazing how they could make you really like a character that much in just that, but that short amount of time. Just...
You get attached and then he's gone. So anyways, we're gonna...
have to end it there because...
Yes.
So yeah, Game of Thrones! Heartache!
2 more episodes.
2 more episodes. Can we do this?
Oh, we're gonna have to. Alright, so see you guys later.